Welcome back to my channel Learn to Code with Anjali, and in this video we are going to discuss the second set of questions from the ABC of C while exploring the objective type questions in C language. In the previous video I gave you these two questions which you had to answer, so we'll just discuss the answers for these and move on to the questions for today. So I asked you, you have to tell what variable names are invalid out of the given names over here. So the invalid names are gross hyphen salary, since hyphen is not allowed in a variable name, salary space of space emp, because space is not allowed in a variable name, and avg dot, since dot is not allowed in a variable name because we can use only one special symbol, that's underscore. Other than that, no special symbol can be used. C was where you have to point out the invalid constants. So these are all fine. The problem is in 0x12.45, because in C language hexadecimal constants can only be integers. They can't be in points. So we can't have this. Second invalid is 0xfgff, because G is not a valid hexadecimal digit. So we have only up till F. So A, B, C, D, E, F, which represents the numbers from 10 to 15. So G is not there, so that's why it is invalid. Now questions for today are these. So we have to tell what will be the output of these questions. Now for doing the first two questions, you must be knowing the number base conversions. Like you should be aware of how to convert decimal to other bases and from other bases to decimal. Like the first question says that you have to print %d, 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 and again %d. So 4 decimal numbers I have to print for these values given out here. The first value is 72, which itself is decimal. So for %d, it is going to print 72. That's fine. But for the second %d, 072 means it's an octal number. So when I have 072, that says it's an octal number. I need to convert this octal to decimal before I print it. So that conversion is done somehow like this. 72 to octal can be converted this way. That is 7 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 1 plus 2 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 0, which turns out to be 58. So 56 plus 2. So it's going to print 58 over there. Same way when you have OX, that means it's a hexadecimal number, and that conversion is done like this. 7 into 16 raised to the power 1 plus 2 into 16 raised to the power 0, which actually means 2 raised to any number raised to the power 1, any number raised to the power 0 means 1. So we have a 1 here. So it is going to be 112 plus 2, 114. So the output you are going to get on the screen is 72, where 72 is printed as a decimal, 58 when 72 is converted to an octal, 114 when 72 is converted to hexadecimal, and 114 again because we had OX72 and OX72 again with small and capital X, but both of them denote the hexadecimal numbers. So whenever you have to print like this, you need to convert the number base first and then print the converted values. C does it itself when you write a code like this, but you're supposed to tell the output here, so you have to do it manually. Then we have the second question, which uses special character specifiers to print the octal and hexadecimal numbers. So %d prints the integer in decimal format, %o prints the number in octal format, and %x prints it in hexadecimal format. So now when it is 72, 72 is printed at the place of %d, that is fine. But when you have 72 here, which is a decimal number, but what we have to print is an octal. So we have to print 72 at the place of octal. So 72 needs to be converted to an octal first. So for that we have to perform division. You have to divide 72 by 8. So if I divide 72 by 8, I'll see what comes. Like I can have the whole number is divisible. So the whole number is divisible, and we have 9. So I get a 9 here, but the remainder we get after this is a 0. And then when you divide this 9 by 8, you get the remainder as 1, and we are left with a 1. So when I take the remainders in reverse order, it becomes 110. That is the equivalent octal number. Similar way, when you write percentage x, then you need to divide by 16. So when I divide by 16, 16 multiplied by 4 is 64. So I get a remainder of 8 and I am left with 4. So the number becomes 48. So the output of this question is going to be 72, which is printed at the decimal place. Then you get 110 and then you get 48. So that's how I get the result. So this is how we get the octal and hexadecimal equivalent of the values. And now we have another question where we are using a special operator of C language, which is size of. Now size of is a predefined operator. When you write the program, it comes as a keyword as well. So the purpose is that it calculates how many bytes are required by a variable or a data type in memory by the compiler. So character needs 1 byte, integer needs 4 bytes in latest compilers, float needs 4 bytes. So we know we have done data types in C and we know how much memory each data type takes. So what you have to write in the output of this is simply that how much memory is being taken by every variable. Like the first printf, it says bytes occupied by ch is equal to percentage d size of ch. So ch is a character variable, so it should print 1. So bytes occupied by ch is equal to 1. The second one says bytes occupied by A is equal to size of A, that is 4. So bytes occupied by A is equal to 4. Then bytes occupied by B is again 4 because a float takes 4 bytes in the memory. So the output would be bytes occupied by CH is equal to 1, bytes occupied by A is equal to 4, bytes occupied by B is equal to 4. That's it. So that would be the solution of question number 3. And the question number 4 is a bit similar to that. So that is your task. You find out what will be the output of question number 4. So I want you to write the output of question number 4 in the comments below. In case you don't understand anything, do write in the comments. I'll get back to you on that as soon as possible. And don't forget to like the video if you understood the concepts. Do like it, do share it, and do subscribe the channel. So that's it for this video. By the time I upload more, keep watching, keep learning.